Welcome to another week of Hawk News. I'm Drew Fleming.
And I am Brianna Lone. Hawk News is a student-produced newscast recorded live on the campus of Red Oak High School.
Last week was homecoming week for Red Oak High School, and our student reporters interviewed the winners of the homecoming court.
I was excited to win it, and it was a fun experience to go through. At the game, there's a lot of people there. It was just a fun atmosphere. Getting people to vote for you, it's kind of weird going around asking everybody to vote for you for homecoming, but I did. Fun race between all y'all, and y'all got it next year.
The easiest part was probably telling people to vote for me and all, because that's easy. I can tell people to do that. And then the hardest part, nothing about it was hard for real, so.
It's fun to win with my best friend, Jessica Thou. It was a lot of fun because we ran together last year, but we both didn't make it to, the final part. But since we went together this year, I was really happy. I think it went pretty smooth. I hung up 2 posters and I promoted myself on social media. This part was probably making sure that my name was out there, so that many people would know that I was running. But then the easiest part was probably just, I don't know, people coming up to me like, oh, I voted for you. That was super, I like that. It was cool. I think it was just like a friendly competition because I'm friends with some of the people who ran, and they were cheering me on the whole time and I was cheering them on, so. Yeah.
It was important because, I guess just putting myself out there, I don't know, just putting myself out there, I guess. So, running part, I was scared because there were a lot of people who were like, I'm not going to vote for you and stuff like that, just people being rude. But then when it was like, oh, it was all worth it, even though people were talking bad, so. Probably just trying to campaign and get people to vote for me because people have their opinions and stuff, so. Well, making the posters.
Meant a lot because I was running with Bestie Gianna, and we, neither of us won last year, but then this year we won together, and I had no faith in myself. No, I did not expect to win. The hardest part was having faith in myself, having faith that I was going to win, and I guess the easiest part was spreading the information out there.
I feel very excited. Yeah, I'm just very excited. It's just, sometimes you like to have extra achievements besides just school or other extracurricular, and I just felt that I need to put myself out there a little bit more, so yeah. The running process was very nerve-wracking. I had multiple times where I was so nervous or doubting myself or whatever, but overall the process, it came out to a good outcome. The hardest was getting myself, well, not getting myself out there, getting my nomination and voting post out there, and the easiest part was just getting the votes. Once I was able to do my social media posts and stuff, it was basically easier from there. The ladies that I went against, their nomination process, they did very good. I respect them. All love to them. Yeah, I just think they're very nice, intelligent, and yeah.
I feel amazing about winning. It was just kind of like a set goal. My sophomore year, everybody wanted me to run, and I was like, I'm gonna run my senior year, so I did. I feel like the running process was very tiring because you couldn't give out anything. You could only verbally announce your votes, and it was easier with my campaign manager and my co-campaign manager. Peep the flyers. Yeah. So yeah. The hardest part about running was really trying to find seniors. There's not many of us. Yeah. The easiest part was having help. That's the easiest part about running was having help. Yep. Whereas to anybody else that ran, y'all did so good. I love you, girl. If I give you a crown, I would. No, that's all I have to say.
On Monday, the school board celebrated Benedict Sanchez, who earned commended recognition through 2023 National Merit Scholarship Program.
Next Monday, October 24th, the National Honor Society will sponsor their annual Trick or Treat so kids can eat. Participants are encouraged to wear non-scary costumes, to go into different local housing divisions, to collect non-perishable food items, which will go to some of our own students' families as well as the North Texas Food Bank.
Last Thursday, the Red Oak High School Mighty Hawk Band competed in their UIL marching competition. They won first division ratings and will move on to UIL area marching contest next Saturday, October 22, at the Mesquite Stadium. Our Hawk News student reporter spoke to members at the band about their scores.
Well, to qualify for the area marching contest, you have to go to the region marching contest and get a first division from at least 2 of the 3 judges.
Any band can make it. You go to region UIL marching contest where you're rated against standards. You're not rated against each other. It's not a head-to-head competition. You're rated against a state standard, a rubric, and you can get a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. A 1 means superior and a 5 means, well, the band director needs to get fired. Basically, if you get a first division, a composite from the 3 judges of a first division, then you advance to area.
The band has done area before, but we keep getting better every single year, so I'm pretty sure we'd advance a little bit further this year.
We have gone before. We've gone every year since my freshman year. Every time we go, we always get better and better.
Yes, we've been to area 4 times total. Our highest position was last year, and I think we were 5th place, which would make us one of the top 40 bands in the state.
At the area competition, our highest placement in school history is 5th place, which they did last year.
We've been taking rehearsals every single morning starting at 6:30. I've been waking up at 4:30 every single morning, and it's very tiring.
A lot of morning rehearsals, a lot of after-school sectionals, and sometimes we do fill-in rehearsals when we have no school.
The band has prepared for a very long time for this competition. We started way back in summer band before the summer even started, and then we met early 3 weeks before school started, meeting every day. And then we meet every day in the morning at 6:30 and we practice. So basically they prepare a very large amount.
This competition is important because it's the biggest competition that we're going to be in this year since we're not going into a state year.
This competition is important because it's a UIL competition, and that's what they use to judge bands among the state.
I think we're gonna do really good. Last year we got 5th, so hopefully we either get 5th or higher this year.
I think we'll end up getting, again, top 5 since I know we worked hard for it.
I think the outcome of this competition is hard to tell because every year our band has gotten so much better, but we're hoping that we will place higher than 5th at this competition, but obviously we are happy with whatever outcome the kids do. We have a lot of faith in them and we're very proud of them this year.
What matters is that our kids play better every time, that the group grows musically and grows as a family, and that to me is success.
It's really, really rewarding. There's some days where like getting up is really hard, but when you think about the feeling you get after you get off the field after a good run or when you receive the awards, it makes everything worth it.
It feels really good, especially since I know so much work has been put into it, and this is just something that is honestly just a great reward for everyone.
It feels good. Yeah, it's not necessarily for me personally, but for our students, I know it feels good. And I know they've been working real hard and they're trying their best, and you never can tell who the competition is. And one day, we might be on top, but then the next day we might not, just depending on how the day goes.
Placing high at competitions like 2nd and 3rd and even 1st is a big deal because it gives you a lot of validation. That is not the reason why we do it, but it sure does feel good when other people say, you're doing this and you're doing it at such a high level, we think it's better than other people. That's always nice, and so it's actually more exciting than more validating.
Last week, the ROHS choir students competed in their first round of the Texas All-State Choir, and 10 students advanced to the second round. Congratulations to Connor Bergman, Dalton Fellows, Clifton Gray, Caden Gresham, Adam Morales, Ari Petty, Kate Post, Patrick Sanders, Caitlin Sanford, and Michael Yodell for their success.
The Red Oak Festival will be hosted this Saturday from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Pearson Park. The annual fall celebration will include vendors, food, pony, inflatable games, and seasonal crafts, and lots of candy.
When we come back on Hawk News, we will have your entertainment corner.
Hello, I'm Monica Errol Megason, and this is your Entertainment Corner. Halloween Ends released last Friday to mixed reception. However, the numbers speak for themselves. The film made $41.3 million in the opening weekend, more than doubling its minuscule budget of only $20 million. Reindeer Manor, a popular haunted house in Red Oak, will be moving to a new location next year. Since 1974, the park has been delivering screams to our town. The park has many haunted houses for people to enjoy, such as the Dungeon of Doom, 13th Street Morgue, the Bunker, and the infamous Reindeer Manor itself. The park will be moving to Waxahachie for the foreseeable future. We are sad to announce the recent passing of Robbie Coltrane on Friday, October 14th. Coltrane was most well known for his role in the Harry Potter movies as Rubeus Hagrid, Keeper of Keys, and Grounds at Hogwarts. One of the funniest people I've ever met, said Daniel Radcliffe when speaking of Coltrane. Not only known for his role in Harry Potter, he has been in a wide array of famous film franchises, such as James Bond, in which he played Valentin Dmitrovich Zukovsky. The long-awaited anime adaptation of Chainsaw Man was released last week. Fans have been waiting for this since the manga's release back in 2019. Critical reception is already high for this show. Fans and critics alike love it. The anime earning a 9.1 on IMDb. Fans say after such a long wait and so much hype, it finally hit the screen, and man, it delivered hard. Well, that's all I have for entertainment, but don't go away, your sports report is next.
Hello, I'm Steven Sauce, and this is your sports report. Last Friday night, the Hawks varsity football team played in their homecoming game against district rival Cleburne. The Hawks came out strong, scoring in 3 plays to take an early lead, and the defense forced a quick 3 and out to get the offense back on the field to score another quick touchdown in another 2 plays. The rest of the game was dominated by the Hawks, with the score being 35-0 at half. The Hawks continued to dominate the game with touchdown after touchdown and a stop after stop, and New York Hawks took home the win on homecoming with a score of 49-3. Now 4-1 in district, your Hawks are sitting comfortably in 3rd place for a playoff spot. Our Hawk News student reporters spoke to several student athletes about their homecoming performance.
I feel good, confident. Even though we had a short week, I feel like we're going to come out with another W.
It's going to go pretty well. We're going to get the dub, and everybody just got to stay together and communicate.
I think my performance would be just like last week's, have a big game and be a big factor for the team.
Being a captain is a pretty serious role that I take it pretty serious because everybody look up to you, and you got to set an example for your team.
I say difficult because this team, they feel like they still got a fighting chance for the playoffs, so it's going to be a battle.
On Friday night, the Lady Hawks volleyball team played at home against Crandall in an important district match. With only 1 game difference between the Lady Hawks for 3rd place in the district, Crandall looked to come away from the match with an upset. The first set was back and forth, with the Lady Hawks winning the first set. The Lady Hawks would dominate the rest of the match as Crandall won 1 set, but the Lady Hawks won the match overall 3-1. The Lady Hawks now sit at 6-4 in district and firmly in 3rd place. This week, our student reporter spoke to 2 of the student athletes about their home win.
I think we did really good. I think we came together as a team.
I think it went pretty well. The energy was really well, and we all worked together as a team.
We could have cheered more, and we could have made our serves. Yeah, I feel like I could have done better still, just because there's always room for improvement.
I feel like there were some things I could have done better at, but I mostly gave what I had on the court.
We all came together and we worked for one goal.
It was mostly coming together because there's a lot of underclassmen on our team, including myself. So it was mostly about building connections with each other.
When Porter told us to do something, we'd go on the court and we'd do it. So it made it easier to win. Yes, I think we came together a lot better because the last game we lost. It was a hard loss. So coming back and winning was good.
I think it improved a little bit because we're like slowly coming together, you know, working together and becoming more united as a group.
On Tuesday night, the Lady Hawks played on the road at North McKinney in a non-district match. The Lady Hawks fought hard against North McKinney, but came up short as they lost the match 3-0. And here's what games to catch this week. On Wednesday, the freshman football team will play on the road at Killeen, while the JV football team will play at home against Killeen. The varsity football team will play in a rare Thursday night game on the road to Killeen. And on Friday night, the volleyball teams will play against Ennis in a district match. The cross-country team will compete in a regional meet on Monday and Tuesday. And on Tuesday night, the volleyball teams will play against Corsicana at home in a district match. Come out and support your Hawks and the Lady Hawks this week. Well, that's all I have for your sports report, but don't go away. Hawk News will be right back.
Hey, coming to lunch with us? Yeah, I was gonna go to the bathroom for a second. Oh, okay. See you then.
Audio Jungle.
Thank you for watching Hawk News.
Where it is your campus, your news.